Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about another toothpick, and it's called the SKYSTARS TALON. Now I did break it, but we need to get something straight here. Now it's rated 2 to a 4S, however it barely flies good on a 3S, so keep that in mind. Now I didn't fly it on the 2S, I only flew it on a 3S, and I did end up breaking it. I broke the frame slightly, the support beams, but that's fine. I mean, it's okay. I didn't even want them anyways. I wanted to remove them. So this for me is not really a big problem. But the bigger problem for me was I broke a motor shaft. Now, usually with these, when they disappear, you could find them sticking out the bottom and you just push them back in. But if you do it correctly, everything will be fine. However, no, on this one, it is completely just gone. As you can tell, this is a motor shaft and this one has no motor shaft. So yeah, it broke. But, you know, it was a pretty hard crash, so I'll give it that. So I'll say this is my fault, and it could happen to just about any other quadcopter, even though I flew a lot. I actually broke 4 motors today, 5-inch and other things also, which we'll cover in a later video. The overall execution is really nice. Now they've also done something that you've never seen before for the battery placement system mount. Now these are pretty interesting 3D printed parts here. They give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. They give you one that goes like this, for, you know, the 3S HVs. They even give you one that'll do this, which is 3 1S HVs. So if you had an adapter, you can do that. That's really cool. I really like the execution, the idea of this. They give you one this big, I don't know for what. They give you another one this big for something else, maybe a 4S. And they also give you this one for a 2S. This is really awesome, actually. Now you might be like, how the hell do you mount this? Well, the way you mount this is there's a hole straight through right there. Can you see that? And if you take a look at the bottom here, you'll see that there's a hole to actually install the screw. However, when you open the package, be careful not to lose the screw, because this screw is not a 2mm, it's a 1.8mm. So more than likely, it'll probably be very hard for you to have some of those. What I ended up using was the motor screws for the Happy model motors, because those are 1.8mm. Keep that in mind and be careful when you open the package. Now, I think there's a lot of noise on the ESC, but this is just theoretical. I think it's you know, the mid-throttle oscillation is so terrible. I've changed out the props. I did the best tune as I can. Obviously I didn't go over the black box, but I have a really good feeling, or great feeling, that if I add a capacitor or a low ESR capacitor to this guy, it might solve it. However, I'm not gonna be able to do that. And you're like, why? Well, again, because I broke the motor. So I'm gonna try to get another motor right here. Which one is it? That one. So I'm gonna try to get another motor into place and have that set. Now out of the box it comes perfectly fine. Everything is tuned, just need to bind it and you can go start flying. Everything was pre-configured pretty correctly. I didn't really have to do much except tune it in the field, which took a lot of time today. It is good, but I didn't have enough time to give like a really good final verdict. It flies okay as long as you stay under 60% throttle on the 3S. I didn't fly 2S because I broke it, and I didn't fly 4S because 3S didn't even fly good, so I don't think 4S would fly good either. So, you know, overall the execution is really nice. The components look to be pretty good. I didn't burn an ESC, I didn't burn a motor, and I did get into a lot of crashes, and I even used flip over after death, and I had air mode on. I'm very happy with how that turned out. So they're using very good coating, and even the motor bell is thicker than most of the, you know, the toothpick class motors here, which take, you know, just the propeller, you just stick it on top. But where it failed was the shaft, which is, you know, I mean, it could happen to anyone. It could happen to any motor. I'm not here trying to complain or anything. So actually, this is pretty interesting. You can actually change out the shaft. I just noticed it right now. So it has a C-clip up top and a C-clip on the bottom. So we would be able to take out the shaft and replace it, I guess, if we're able to find that. So it would need double, you know, 2 C-clips to change it. It didn't come with any extra, so I don't know. If you're looking to purchase it, there are better options for better prices. This is around 130 bucks. Now, 130 bucks is good because it gives you a full-fledged receiver. The VTX is okay. Smart audio's in there, which is really great. The camera was decent. To be honest, the camera was better than the Diatone Kebab prototype. Now, I think they use a different camera now because that camera was like really fish-eyed and it was just really bothering me, which we'll cover in a later video. But I don't know if I should cover it because if they changed out the components on that quadcopter or on the Diatone Kebab box thingy majigger, then there's no need for me to make a video on the prototype, so I'll have to wait for the official one that everybody's been getting. But overall, the execution is nice. You don't really have to do anything to this one, just bind and fly. You probably want to stick it on the 2S. I saw Albert Kim's videos, he just flew it on a 2S, and it looked good. But yeah, on the 4S, you're not going to be able to get its full performance. Efficiency, again, I don't know, so I'll just end up taking the motor apart and then just put it on my thrust stand, test it, and compare it to the other motors. I think that's the best way to do it right now. I'll try to get my hands on another motor here. Worst case scenario, I like the frame design. I'll remove these supports here, and I'll probably end up putting the 10,000 kV flywoos on this guy. We'll be able to put those LED strips here, and see, as you can tell, this uses a connector, so we can do that, which would be pretty cool. And they're pretty strong, so that's really, I really wrecked them today, and they survived just fine. I just couldn't wait to come back and actually make the video, but we're gonna keep the video for later. I think I should also fly the 10,000 kV instead of having you go back and forth between videos, or you might miss the 10K and all these types of things. So everything will be linked down below, guys. If you can check those out, those greatly support the channel. And if you would like to join me on Patreon, I do have a lot of giveaways. I have the SkyZone OLEDs, the QX7S, this is the S, and the SkyZone SkyO2X. So I have all those up for giveaway every month, and even new people. So when someone new comes, they have a separate giveaway every month. So you have a higher chance of winning every month. Like, even if people that just joined, they have a higher chance of winning. So try to, you know, get everybody to make win-win situation for everybody, for myself, for you, and keep the content going. I'm gonna leave you guys with the footage. It could be kind of annoying because the VTX just kept flipping, but when I was flying, it didn't do that, but my DVR on my Fat Shark kept doing that for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, I'll leave you guys with the flight footage, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.